So I was still working at this job that I had before I moved this nonprofit. My first job in nonprofit that God had blessed me with. And more I started to see just there was so much spiritual warfare happening there that more and more I just started to see people's hearts for me. There was a lot of public humiliation towards me, just almost like these public humiliation rituals happening towards me, and just a lot of warfare while I was working there. And at first it was good. I was learning a lot of things, and I know that I was placed there for a reason, to learn what I'm using now for my own business. And that was such a blessing when I first got that job, and just the way that God even blessed me with that job was amazing. But they say there's a back end to the blessing, and I was definitely feeling the back end of it towards the end of my having that job. And basically I could feel that it was time to leave. The grace had run out at that place. So I was looking for places to leave, and I was clashing with a manager at the time, and there was a lot of things working behind the scenes that I didn't realize. People working behind the scenes to negatively affect my time there as well, negatively affect my role there. Just a lot of things that some of it I knew about and some of it I had no idea. So there was just a lot of warfare there. And going into, let's see, the holidays, things just started picking up at my job. It was rough. Just warfare happening at my job, just people attacking me for no reason, just a lot. And then I would come home, and then the spiritual warfare would be at home. So at the place where I was staying, I was living in a 4-bedroom apartment with 3 other people as roommates, all worldly. And I've lived with people who don't believe in God before, and that was an experience. But this was on a whole other level. When I look back at it, I know that God was preparing me for my new season. But at the time, there was so much pressure happening. It was like I had no place where I could really rest, where there was peace. Peace was outside of all the places, outside of work, outside of home, outside of even my art studio that I was renting. There was just no peace there either. Oh my gosh, when I think about it, it was just the only way that I got through all of that was God, because I went through a whole year of being crushed from all sides. I ended up going, so for the holidays, where am I going? Let me backtrack. Prior to this year, prior to moving and everything, God had been doing such a huge work in my family, and He had me going back to my home state in Georgia to travel a lot, to go see my family, to sit with them, to just be there. And I hear the word anchor. Thank you, Holy Spirit. So there was a lot of things happening that God was doing inside of my family. But during that year, I ended up spending the holidays with my best friend at the time. And so I had just come back from spending the holidays with her for Thanksgiving, I believe. I went back to visit her down south in North Carolina. And so I ended up staying longer than I usually would. I went back for Christmas. I ended up staying a bit longer than I usually would. And that was when God started to show me the reality of my relationship with my friend.